Hello everyone for the 3.20 leak start finally. This video is definitely a lot later than it was supposed to be. It probably should have been made days ago, but been very busy with Lost Ark and personal stuff. So I'm making this video about an hour before the leak starts. Try to get updated quick as possible. But pretty much what I'm league starting is what I was originally planning on league starting last league. That I switched last second, which probably wasn't the best idea. So this thing I'm actually going to league start the build I wanted to. And that is going to be Caustic Arrow Death Oath. It's a build I played in the past. It's a lot of fun. It's auto bomber. It's a very fast mapper when you get the when you get like a rampage in there, when you get your headhunter, inspired learnings, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much me a mapper build. And I'm using so my end game version I have like a basic end mapping version that I put together pretty quickly with no clusters in it. I'm not going to upload this one on here because I don't know exactly which route I'm going to go in with this, because some scenes will change day to day. I don't have any only item I have on here is Death Oath. There's a couple skills I played with, like what I'm going to go for. So I mean, it's pretty much I'm not going to put this one out, but how I'm going to level this build is I'm going to use Ali's leveling version of it using Poison Concoction. Because with this build, you can level Caustic Arrow easily. You can level with, multiple items, but the leveling process this I'm going to be doing a little bit different because a lot of your gems you need are stuck on not a witch. I think it's Duelist. Duelist, I think Shadow, and I think Ranger have the Poison Concoction and Pierce gems, which doesn't get them into library. And the people I'm playing with are all playing Witch, so none of us are going to have access to it. And everyone in my Discord is also not playing any of those classes. They're all playing Marauder. So I'm pretty much going to be playing just an Aura bot up until library. Then I'll switch to an actual Poison Concoction and start getting it to maps. Because Ali put it pretty well. Like, it's pretty much identical to what my end game, my non-cluster duel version looked like when you get to the Act 10 with the respec version into it. It's pretty close to what I actually made in general for my own build off of just not using the cluster down here. But it's pretty much what I'm going to probably end up going with, is just using hers to get through this. It'll be a little bit easier, and I'll probably use it for the time being, just because it has an act leveling tree, which I already know. And I'll put her YouTube and or this video in the description below of hers. But she actually spent a lot of time and went through like a whole, you know, bandits, which is always kill all, like what you're doing for the axe and stuff like that. It's very well done on her end. So I'm gonna link this one because I think she did a lot of work into it. Also, I'll probably just actually her guide's right here, but she did a very good job on this. I'm gonna definitely put I'll just highlight this whole Twitch and YouTube in here. Very well done on her end. But pretty much, I'm gonna be using this because it's pretty straightforward, especially like when you get to the point where you're done with that and you get. So pretty much you can't switch to Death Oath until you actually get the item. You need a bow, which is a 6-link bow. It's easy to craft. It's just about 9 to 11 divines to craft it, and it does take time, but doable. Oh, I just keep seeing highlighted. Whatever. But pretty much, it's pretty straightforward. Lab 1, Lab 2, Lab 3, Lab 4. Because you don't need the additional curse until a lot later. Early on too, I'm going to be going for probably Whispers of Doom even if I need curses. If I want to go Chaos Res up here as options. AoE early on is very good for both versions. This is an option too if you want to go with more mana reservation if you need it. Cluster Jewel slot here is open still. Up here is open. And what I did also is, where is it at? I think it's 3.21. Yeah. So I put together this whole thing of every item I need to make the switch. Hopefully the quality is doable. I'm looking for Death Oath, a 6-link bow, looking for the Grand Spectrum jewels, Transcendent Mind, Storm Shot for avoid elements. All my cluster jewels are in here. How to craft all of them. 2-8 passives, 50 to 67 for Wicked Pale, Unnerving Evil, and Unholy. Two of them will work just as fine early on. You know, my mediums, my smalls, Maven's Helm, the Impressions, your Death Rush, Power and Lighten, Gentle Touch if you want to level. You know, going for 3 silvers on Anointment. So like I have all this stuff pre-done. It's just hard to say when you're gonna get these items. That's why I don't really know. I mean, I can get them on day 1, day 2. It's hard to say. Most likely though. And also what I'm doing too this league, if I can find it, this one. So I put together an Atlas tree also. It's pretty much like 10 points off of a finished one with being done with Kirik. But every league I like to change up the way I'm playing every league. You know, some leagues I'll do, like last league I did Endless Heist. League before that I think I did Expedition. Like that's what I'm changing every time. So this time I'm changing it completely and I'm going to be going Jun and Breach, which is 2 I've never done before. So like I'm going like full Jun here, Jun wheel, blocking everything except for Delirium. Legion's questionable, can be blocked if needed. Expedition is the same thing. And then keep Breach, taking all the extra maps. Going up this way, higher chance of getting breaches, your Jun stuff, Trilula, more rank from syndicates, your way to spec over this way. Early on, I'm going to go up this way though and pick this up. And then once I'm done with that, I can always get rid of this stuff. Stream of Conscience, you don't use Scarabs early on. A full Breach wheel, your Breach, and Breach wheels, your Syndicate wheels for getting more Katrinas early on. Mainly because because the fact they changed Diadem's helmet, I think that's going to be a very expensive item this league. And I also need crafts that drop from Katrina, so I got to farm her in general. So that's why I'm going to be going Jun early this league so I can get all my crafts done and my stuff. But as a heads up, with Death Oath, if you do league start it, it is not a bosser. I tested it during the end of last league, like on really shitty gear, on a 4-link, on a 5-link without the necklace and all that. And it can still clear tier 16 maps very easily. But if you try doing the Watchstone bosses, it's an absolute shit nightmare. So it's not worth it. But so that's when I get my Katrinas. I have 2 people I'm playing with are playing both bossing builds. They already said they're willing to do the Watchstones and the Katrinas if I just set them up for them. Then we're just gonna do it like that, pretty much fine being. And I'm taking the jump here to pretty much grab the full red wheel. Because early on I think red is really good because of all the chaos orbs it gives you. The GCPs that sell very well, regrets. The chaos regrets. There's one more. The Vow Orbs, like that kind of stuff does sell very well early on. There's something else too, I just can't point number right now. But pretty much I think early on it's more of a consistent than going with blue. Blue does give you the bubblegum stuff, like your, what you want to call it, the jewelers, the fusings, like those are very strong. But I think overall on the day 1 and 2, I think going for the Chaos Orb is just really good. Just to try to get that stuff going faster. And since I'm playing in the group this time also, I'm going to be pretty much... That's why I'm pretty much taking all the Breach nodes because they're both playing built SRS that need the Trilula weapon. So that's why we're all taking Breach to try to farm up the Trilula stones for them. So like every time I get like a Trilula, anything like that, I'm just going to send it straight to them and they can run it. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're pulling all our money together this league. And we're going to see how that works. Try something different for like the first week. And after that first week, then just split everything up and just move on. Get everyone their builds going, try to farm out 3 full builds by time. And then also this league, I'm not going to be doing no Headhunter builds. Since I did that, or no, not Headhunter, no Mage Blood builds this league, since I did that last league. This league, I'll still use Headhunter, but no Mage Bloods. So like my goal this league is, don't re-roll on day 3 like I always do. So hopefully Sunday I'm still playing the same build. And then we're going to see if that strategy works or not. Very questionable if the strategy is going to even work. Going Breach and stuff because we don't know where that new divination... I mean, as time of this video, I haven't looked yet, but that new divination card gives you the 5 divine orbs, like the Brother Stash one. We don't know where it's at yet, unless it got leaked already. Unless someone knows, put in description below to help everyone out. But like once we know that, I'll probably start farming that map. And for the time being, I'm probably just going to try to push the Atlas. I might heist for a while when I get to maps. We'll see how it goes from gear base. Like originally I wanted to take Essence this league just because I need... Essence are really good for crafting. But I'm skipping that just to go breach to help out the other people out, since they're willing to help me out too with my build. So my build's pretty straightforward. No, it's this one. Okay. Because like this gems I need, like these are all basic items, basic gems. Despair, Blasphemy is easy. You know, there's nothing on here that's really needed. Like eventually Watchstone, but whatever. Eventually the build at the end, it should be max chaos res. I think it's max evasion, since it's easier to get than spell suppression. You know, armor is gonna be high number. You're gonna have pretty decent effective hit pool. It should be. You're gonna have element immunity from the storm, from the jewel if you can get it. So, like the build should work. It's pretty much a very rough draft right now. It's gonna end up coming more as I spend more time on it. This video is also extremely rushed because I've been doing a lot of raids in Lost Ark and I had no time. But pretty much, you know, I'm good way it is right now, and we'll see how it goes on tomorrow's update video when I actually put out what progress got done on day 1. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to stream or not the day 1 of the start. I might wait till day 2 to start streaming to see how I feel. But I hope everyone liked the video. If you like, see subscribe below, follow on Twitch. If there's any questions, put in the description below. I think I covered everything basic. I mean, for the leveling, day 1 is mainly just see what the Crucible has to offer, see if they actually get actual map drops from the actually running them, because I don't know about that part. And we're just gonna see how it goes. But hope you liked the video. Hope to see everyone on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.